But what you asked me about is the Fish What You Wish contest.
Right.
So I can't let all the cats out of the bag.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of cats in this bag. But what I can tell you is, just as your screen says, the 2018 Angler Armory and the fine folks at Mercury will be bringing you a 4-zone contest from the west coast of Florida all the way up to North Carolina, which is Zone 1, by the way. So the red Zone 1, yellow Zone 2, Zone 3, and Zone 4. We're going to get a lot of calls and a lot of emails. Where do the zones stop? Where do they start? Those are the parts we're working on.
Those are your cats.
Those are the cats. Yep. So we're going to get through that. We're going to be paying out $20,000 per zone, and that won't be for one spot. We'll be paying back 7 spots at every zone next year. Total of $80,000 going out to our membership.
Very cool.
From Angler Armory.
And it's $65 membership.
Yes.
For a $65 membership.
$65 membership.
Awesome.
So fish
cool.
as many tournaments as you want and as zones as you wish. So one team could fish in Zone 4, Zone 3, Zone 2, Zone 1. The good news is you don't have to, but we welcome it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we could literally have one winner that does nothing but kingfish in Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, and Zone 4. Will that happen? Most likely not. But what we're trying to do right now...
there's some savage out there that will.
There's a lot of teams that love to travel. Yeah. I mean...
Absolutely. So what we're really trying to do, we're trying to figure out the exact areas that make sense so that the fish are competitive within that zone.
Right,
okay?
I see, yeah.
So, for example, you get down to Key West area with Jimmy Wickett stuff, the Mayhem events that he runs. Key West is really hard. Who's going to compete with the Critter or Tortuga? You know, the different bottoms down there and how big the fish typically are.
Yeah.
That tournament's in January. So we're trying to go through and really design those stop and start points for each zone so that it's fair. You know, as fair as can be.
Yeah.
So the West Coast will have boundary-only tournaments. That's good news. And the East Coast and Zones 1, 2, and 3, they will be tournaments that are set up to run alike as well. So, for example, in Zone 1, we're going to be doing some stuff with Cape Lookout Shootout.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a really good series.
Brant's got the Jollymon and what is it, the King Buster? He's got 4 tournaments up there he's running. So we're not really coming in or doing anything, but we are going to be sponsoring the event. So you know, you don't have to. We're not forcing anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're going to put up the money, grab the memberships, and then give the monthly prizes away
for $65 for a chance at $20,000.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
Sign me up, right?
Yeah,
that's a no-brainer.
Jay, hey, careful! I'll sign you up tonight.
Yeah, right. No, I think that's really cool, and that's going to open it up to a lot of people to all come together in all these different states and everything. I think it's really cool.
It is neat. We've got a couple people in Carolina that know a couple people in the East Coast in Zone 3. Mm-hmm. They're looking forward to competing with each other, against each other. Mm-hmm. The good news is if you go up to Kitty Hawk and catch a big fish in the Cape Lookout at 70 pounds, you don't have to try to match that fish in South Georgia or South Carolina. Mm-hmm. You can just simply play in your zone.
Yeah.
So we know that there's a break point, and we're leaning on people like Chad that runs the Cape Lookout and Mark Henderson.
Yeah, I was just going to call him out. I know because I know Mark Henderson. He'll fish 1 through 3. But we've been trying to get him over here to Zone 4 for a while. Yeah. Mark, there's another $20,000 over here, buddy. Come on.
That's so cool because it's going to kind of combine a lot of the different fishing communities that are in there in a way. Yeah. That's going to kind of meld a little bit, and I think it's going to give some of these guys a chance maybe to fish some areas that they've never been to before. And
it will. It will. Now the good news is you can go fish Zone 3. The bad news is your Zone 3 fish won't count for Zone 4.
Right.
The fish won't transfer over. So, but you're welcome to go fish in 2 zones, 3 zones, or all 4 zones in this case.
Here's one of the interesting things about this. Okay, so if we all fish in Zone 4 and James Malls is the captain, you could go over to Zone 3 and be a captain in Zone 3 and still do fish. You could actually be a captain in Zone 4.
I was going to say, the more interesting thing is you could be a captain in Zone 4,
and you could fish 2 tournaments with him and put 2 fish in with him, and then you could fish your own boat in here in Zone 4 as you as a captain with another team.
Sure.
And you can gain your way to.
So just got a lot of possibilities.
There's a ton of possibilities.
Yeah, every zone may have a different number of tournaments to fish. It won't affect the other zone. The biggest thing everyone needs to take from this is 4 zones, $20,000 per zone. 2 biggest fish aggregate per zone. Mm-hmm. So your team can come apart, for example, just on the West Coast. You can fish the Wild West, okay?
Yep.
You can fish the Suncoast Gators, or you can fish King of the Beach. And typically the Wild West teams come apart and fish King of the Beach. They usually don't go fish as a team.
Right, yeah.
So, someone had a kid, the kid got older, dad's like, well, I know I fish hardcore as a team, but my son has a boat now, or I want to take my son and my wife.
Yeah.
So the teams kind of flutter apart. They'll go over and fish King of the Beach. The good news is there's no new entry fee. Just one a year.
You're still in.
65.
Yeah.
$65, yeah.
You're in. So what we do is we follow the captain for points. Okay?
Right.
So in this case, if I'm the captain, like Paul said, you would follow me for 2 points for my team. And then if Paul had his boat and he became the captain at KOB, you'd follow him for the 2 fish for his team. And then if you became the captain and you went over to Ryan's and fished for 2 fish, you could be the captain.
Yeah.
So one team, one membership fee, you're fishing.
Yep.
I don't think you want me as the captain for your kingfish expedition. No.
No.
If we were going after redfish, you'd be all right, but not for the kingfish. But man, that's super cool. A lot of opportunities there for everybody. I think this is all brand new. You've never done this before, right?
Well, we've never done this before. We've had a 3-year relationship with Mercury, and Mercury's been a sponsor of the Wild West, a great sponsor. We started the Mercury Mackerel Jackpot a few years ago with them. Scotty B, the best mechanic in town. Sorry, Scotty, I know you make great hot sauce too, but
he does. He makes really good hot sauce.
Best mechanic in town, bar none, for Mercury's. We've got to have him come and make sure our Mercury's were up and running for the events, the day's events. But Mercury and us got together and we said, well, we're doing a lot of stuff. You guys are moving into a lot of new places. We think that this will work for the anglers, and that's what we're really after. So, it's a big trade-off. But the good news is we're not forcing your hands, and we're not making you not do anything you don't already do or you want to do. We're simply coming in with a blanket saying, hey, guys, we got 7 spots per zone to pay out. We're sticking $20,000 in. It'll be 10 for first, all the way down 7 spots per zone. And that is powered by Mercury.
Come get rolled up in our blanket.
That's it.
That's right. That's right.
All right, good deal. I'm looking forward to all that stuff. Now, we were talking just a little bit ago